If your baby is green, talk to a doctor immediately. Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our still yet unnamed VTuber Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Watchalong. My name's Meatster, you can call them Nana. And today we are here with episodes 22 through 24 of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Or episodes 10 through 12 if you're accepting the official divide lines, though, I mean, honestly, why would you? So, last bit of part 2.
Yep.
We're...
This is the...
This
is...
Not particularly enthused about this one?
No. I do not like Jailhouse Rock whatsoever. The stand user infuriates me. And the entire stand battle makes me angry. I don't know, sometimes I like watching the stand battles. Other times, the enemy makes me very annoyed, and I just want to kind of go up and just shake them violently. But, you know, this is the last bit that we have to get to before shit goes down, I'd have to say. You know, before they leave the prison and we gotta... Things are gonna get crazier after this, so...
Yep, finally gonna go outside and breathe in that sweet, sweet air of freedom.
I mean, I wouldn't call it sweet. They're still in Florida. It's going to
you're
smell
right.
disgusting.
Well,
It
whatever the
always
case.
smells like ocean, but like nasty ocean.
You and your nasty-ass oceans. Anyway, well, we've established our hopes for the future, which is what we usually do when we're, starting these bits. You wanna just head right on in?
I'm ready when you are.
Alright, hitting start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ba-bow. Thank you, Netflix.
It's
You
the
may have...
letter in. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Yeah, we're being really bad about that today.
Oh my god, it's the Mona Lisa back again.
It's the boner lady.
Don't call her that. No. Why is Dio so pretty? I hate him.
Just, you know, two bros sitting in the same bed, facing opposite directions and reading separate books like you do.
I mean, I don't know, that's what you do with other people. Why not?
All artists are stand users. Michael Jackson was also a stand user.
Yet he didn't have the stand man in the mirror.
Yeah, that's weird. Dio specifically talked about Michael Jackson by name in the original manga version of this part. That's why I brought that up, for those of you who didn't know.
His stand would do.
Incidentally, I am also a vampire, that's my excuse. It's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Put so much effort into making Dio look way prettier than he has in any other part. And I'm like, are we seeing this through like Poochie's eyes? Because then that would make sense.
I mean, we're seeing this bit through Poochie's eyes.
He literally just called him a king among kings. Like, come on. Oh! Oh, he dropped the ice statue. God damn. That's
Squishy.
That's a little bit gay. I'm not gonna lie.
Poochie does gay.
Does Poochie is gay? The rumor come out. You feared losing him? What? Huh? I've never seen you show any form of like care towards another human being, Theo.
His hair is super long in the back, and I don't remember it being quite like that
I
in part 3, and it bothers me.
I think it was longer in the back in comparison. I'm pretty sure maybe before the battles he got a haircut.
Must be hard
But he
finding a
always had a
hairdresser
weird
who works
mullet.
nights.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, 10-4, good buddy. Gotta
And
get back
poor
on the road before
good.
they put a bear in the air. Over.
Going down the interstate right now. About to merge on the highway. I don't know. I don't know. Is that how truckers talk?
Damn you, the weather!
He called him a bastard.
Yeah.
Mine. That's great. There they are. There they go.
Look
See,
at
I knew they
they're
weren't like
going.
dead
They're,
yet.
they're going. They're making a break for it.
You know, it kind of just rains like that in Florida, I'm not going to lie. It's not fog. It's the condensation from the heat from the asphalt. I'm not going to lie. That's all it is.
No, it's just she chose this moment to go on his yearly vacation to Silent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Of course, everyone in this prison obviously knows Morse code. I mean, why would you not?
He knows all the prime numbers. But as somebody who has been to Florida many, many, many times, I can vouch that if it's hot enough outside and there's that much rain, it will create fog just from how much of a temperature change there is. It's kind of funny.
The way Poochie keeps talking about who he really is, I'm just imagining him, like, wearing a mask like a comic book supervillain, like, yes, you will never be able to figure out my true identity, Jolene Cujo. Poochie is Batman, I've
Please.
solved the case.
Oh my god. You're so right.
Meanwhile, with the weed baby,
The weed baby and the simp and the main character.
then 2 smoking barrels. Yeah. Delicious strawberry noodles.
Oh, and now it's eating dirt. I don't know. Sometimes humans have to eat dirt, but that means they have a vitamin deficiency if you crave dirt. I love
I
how
really
it like
like
went to bed like a dog.
I liked the bit where, like, it was just chewing on Natsu's hair, and Natsu was like, Jolene, why is it doing this? What is... Quit it. What are you doing? Make it stop. Hi, fool.
The p-
Whoop. Just gotta, drop off some skin. People do it all the time. It's fine. It's fine.
Would have been like if Jolene never had her eye fixed. That would be interesting.
Just gotta get her an eye patch like Big Boss.
Wow, Anasui's really jealous.
You agreed you would be my wingman.
His smell is rubbing off of Jolene. That's a little weird.
Not gonna lie, Nasui, that's kinda whack.
I felt a little racist in Anasui. Don't call them that.
Anasui is a bad enough dude to kill a baby.
Subtexting about Foo Fighters.
But some our Death 13's user is just sweating and he doesn't know why.
Death 13 would have to be like. God, how old would he have to be? Because he was a baby in like 89. Oh no. Bro, Raggy?
I mean, I don't think they'd be in their 20s yet. This is only. Wait, no, this was
Dude.
published in 2002, but it's set in 2011, right?
Yep. It would be 89 to 2011. Because it was a newborn.
Anyway, while we were debating that, Anasui is dying.
Yeah, he got donutted.
That's a thing White Snake can do, apparently, don't question it.
Yeah, why? Why can he change what he looks like?
I mean, I guess if you, wanted to come up with an explanation, you could go, oh, he's got, a whole collection of stand discs, he's probably got a shape-shifting disc in there, and he put it in himself, but,
I mean,
feels like the sort of thing that should have come up.
maybe. Who knows?
The One Piece is real!
The One Piece is real. Can we get much higher? He just misses his boyfriend. That's it.
Now, we all know from what Speedwagon said that babies can be born pure evil. Do you think the green baby is pure evil? Or is just kind of
Um,
vibing?
I kind of feel like it's just vibing. It's been too nice to be fully evil. Because, I mean, again, Death 13 baby was like a fully evil baby. This baby hasn't shown anything that like would prove that he's evil.
Yeah,
Actually, you
I
know what?
guess that makes sense.
I don't even know if the green baby has a gender. I think it's just a thing, a
I mean,
plant
it's
thing.
it's made from Dio's bone, isn't it? And it's being used as a substitute for Dio's stand in the formula. Don't know if they've explicitly brought that up yet, but that's where they're going with it.
Yeah, but that doesn't really like. I don't know. Would that affect anything? I don't
I mean, you
know.
gotta
It's
figure it
complicated.
wouldn't matter otherwise.
Make him bleed. I love Jolene's theme, by the way.
It's so jazzy.
Sometimes when I'm sad, I'll put on all the JoJo themes and just listen to them one after the other.
Those handcuffs have a very long chain. They wouldn't actually be all that useful for restraining a person.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Bird fact.
Fun bird fact, swallows incredibly stupid.
Are you saying that the swallow bird is literally just an example of generational trauma?
Uh, no, it's more like, I don't know, generational ignorance.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't making their lives any worse, any. Well, I mean, it is, but damn,
Beat
I
the
can't
shit out of
believe
him,
this
Jolene.
band punched me.
Jolene's really intelligent. Don't underestimate her.
The one zoomed in shot of she just like being full a step back is so good. Just feels like such an accomplishment after the entire part up to this point.
Yeah, because it's finally like he realizes that he's not fully in control. Because he's like, oh yeah, I know what's going on. I make all the plans. They can't one up me. You know, but now he's on the ground bleeding. Is fragmenting. How do you memorize an entire notebook?
Um, I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing a JoJo character's been able to remember.
Yeah.
Fuckers are weirdly smart.
Sleeper agent. Oh no.
So there have been a few different, like, explanations across the JoJo expanded universe as to what, in God's name, anything Poochie just said meant. Nom. I'm not sure if any of the explanations actually make sense. Boop, boop.
Never heard anyone try to explain it before.
Um, the full like Nisio Isin published a version of like a full version of Dio's diary for reading. Yeah, you've told me you know that already. That explained it as like those are some words my mother used to tell me when she wanted to lull me to sleep. But like that would imply that, you know, this lady lived in Victorian England. This poor lady living in Victorian England was out there talking about singularities and shit.
We never really got to see who Dio's mom was. She was already dead. She could have been fairly intelligent. I don't know.
I mean, there's a difference between being fairly intelligent and knowing about fields of science that haven't been invented yet.
But what about philosophy? Do you think singularity as a philosophical practice had like been a thing yet?
I mean, the singularity as a philosophical concept, like, it's really heavily based on technology, and like, they hadn't invented any of the foundational principles in there yet. They were still talking about whether people would starve to death because farms weren't hardcore enough.
Yeah.
Bloop.
Yeah, we've been talking, we've been witnessing
Just totally ignoring the fact that Fu and Anasui are both dying.
yeah. How Foo Fighters, even how they view themselves now as a ghost, is them as Atro. It's interesting.
It's definitely a decision.
And now one of my favorite characters is dead. Great.
Hooray. I mean, I'd have a hard time thinking of a worse way to go out.
Yeah,
They
I mean, I got to.
sacrificed. They managed to convince Anasui that they were like, you know, a person. That was their whole big thing the whole time.
Yeah. And they saved
There's
Anasi's life, and they got to say goodbye to Jolene, and,
yeah, there's no post credit sequence after here. I'm gonna stop the timer now.
no post credit. Sad.
So that
I
was episode 10 of part 2, episode 22 in total. I've got the numbers right in front of me. Why am I struggling to remember these?
It's okay. Whenever you get like thinking about something else too much, your brain goes elsewhere. I'm mourning the loss of Foo Fighters right now. I feel sad, even though I knew they were going to die. It, it's just the way it was animated is just so beautifully done. Foo Fighters is great.
Foo
One of
Fighters
my
is
favorite
great.
characters. I love them as a character. One of my favorites in media. Foo
Yeah.
Fighters one shot Iraqi? Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't even know if there would be anything to do with that. Oh
Maybe
no!
maybe they could finally explain when they did that thing where like everybody was looking at the footsies. That
Yeah.
doesn't fit into the timeline as established, Araki.
Slice of life. It's the gang hanging out, going about prison days. You got Weather Report, Nanasui, Jolene, Hermes, Foo Fighters, Porio. Sometimes you have the special guest star of Gwes because she never leaves.
I'm surprised how much screen time Gwes has gotten this whole time.
Yeah, I think somebody likes Gwes a little bit too much. I don't know who. Somebody's like, you know what? We need to animate Gwes more, more of Gwes. Well, let's put her in the episode, and it'll be fine. Like, okay, go off, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure you really knew where you were going with that when you started talking, honestly.
Oh no, sometimes I just will talk even though I have absolutely no thoughts in my brain.
As opposed to the rest of the time?
Shut up! Oh my god! Cancel me to the Madoy for bullying!
so, um, so we've got our bits on the subject of Foo Fighters out of our system.
No, I'm still
Now,
sad.
before we move on to next episode, can we talk a bit about Anasui? Because like
What would you
Anasui
like?
was fully trying to sacrifice himself. Like his intention was like, Fu, just fucking let me die, take my body. You know, I want you to be the one to survive this, and that's really the first anything he's done with good intentions since the beginning of the part.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good character moment for him because he's weird and he's a little bit dense at how
And
when it comes
he
to
apparently
people.
did not know what a baby was before this part started.
Didn't know what a baby was, didn't know how to talk to people. Very, very socially inept. I'm good just gonna say that. Um, but he's a person and
I mean, yeah, that's true.
he was willing to sacrifice himself to save Foo Fighters
In his own words, a
and
colony of
help
plankton.
Jolene. Yeah, yeah. But it was all to help Jolene, He, in his weird way, really, really does care for Jolene. I don't know why he started falling for Jolene in
I mean,
particular. I mean, he
he
always
will not
does.
stop talking about why he felt Jolene, which is
I
actually a thing I wanted to bring up. Like,
Yeah,
it's It's kind of, in a really perverse way, kind of sweet how every time Narciso Anasui talks about Jolene, he's always talking about, like, her spirit or her personality or her hope. Like,
Yeah.
literally any other book running in, like, literally any other story running in Jump, like, at this time or at any point before, if a protagonist was, if a guy was gonna be talking about the woman they love, they would have brought up their cup size at some point. I am just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It would have been like talking about, oh, how smoking hot Jolene is, or it's really hot when you beat
Yeah,
people up, or something
that
like that.
Jolene doll is really the bee's knees, don't you think, Foo Fighters?
That baby sneeze. Yeah. But and I think that's why I really like Anasui as a character, because he doesn't know how to properly go about his crush. As we can tell, he doesn't know how to interact with human
You know,
beings properly.
you take a
But
person apart to figure out how they tick one time.
yeah, but he really does like everything about Jolene, and he genuinely wants to help. He genuinely cares about her and wants to do everything he can to help. And if he's basically like, if Jolene doesn't care, then I don't care. No use of me to me. If it doesn't benefit Jolene, it doesn't benefit me. You know, which is, one way to do it. It's a little bit parasocial. I think Anasui may need to reframe how he's going about it, because
Anasui would absolutely donate his entire salary to a VTuber.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it would be like he would never do that for anyone else until one day magically he meets Jolene, who's the VTuber, and then he spends all that money. Because he's not a simp for other people. Like, he does not give a shit about hardly any other human being. I mean, he's friends with Weather Report, you know, and that's like one of his only friends, you know. And he doesn't absolutely hate Emporio, I don't think. Um, but he genuinely likes Jolene, and I'm not, he has good taste. Jolene's great. Is a great person to care about, but I like Inasui. He may go about it in the wrong way, but his heart is in the right place. You
He
just
might be a colossal piece of shit, but he's a wonderful, like, fictional character.
oh yeah.
I would not loan him money or accept an invitation to go out to dinner with him, but I enjoy watching him on a screen.
Oh, see, that's you. If he asked me out to go out to dinner, of course I'd say yes. It's fucking Inasui.
But
I
you
mean,
still wouldn't lend him money, okay? Please tell me you have some standards left.
I don't have any money to lend. I'd let him buy me things, but I'm not giving him any money. Again, because I'm poor. That's a joke. Laugh at me. Laugh at me. I have no money. But,
What what would Jolene's VTuber persona be? I've been thinking about that ever since you brought it up earlier.
Jolene likes butterflies. Um, maybe she'd have maybe her Sona would be would, dress really cool, like how Jolene does.
Yeah,
And she's got
Jolene's VTuber persona would be like a butterfly girl, but she'd be like a weird hybrid, like butterfly Oni, and she'd be inexplicably ripped, and she'd
yeah,
have like just her abs out on display at all times, which is
yeah. And
actually
you
just how she dresses normally. Now that I say it out loud.
Yes. You'd think she'd be like the Onesan type. No, she's the delinquent type. She will talk like a delinquent, and it's great. And that's what we need. We
Yeah.
need more delinquents. I
What
like
would she
delinquent
play?
characters.
Do you think?
Uh,
I mean, do you think
hmm,
she learned to play like what was it F Mega from Uncle Calculane? Like, beyond the grave somehow?
maybe. I know for a fact that she probably owned a Wii because that came out in what, like 2006?
And I mean, like, literally everybody owns a Wii. They come free in cereal boxes at this point.
Yeah. I mean, even people that I knew that would never game had a Wii, and they're like, "Well, I just like the bowling game," and I'm like, you know what? Go off. It was a good game. Sometimes
I
you
like
just
to
gotta
play
bowl.
Wii bowling. And at the same time, I go out to play jacks down at the soda fountain. Shut up, Grandma.
You know, it's funny because it's exactly why my grandmother got a Wii. She's like, "I want to play the bowling game." Nana, can you teach me how to get the bowling game to work? I can't seem to get it to turn on. Yeah, Grandma. Okay.
You poor soul.
And I was 6, and I had to set up the TV so she could play bowling. I was 6, and yet I was more competent with the Wii.
I,
you
I
know.
never, I never did have to help Grandma and Grandpa help up the Wii. Although I did once volunteer at like an event at the local, like elementary school, where they were doing like I do not remember the event at all, but they just had like, Wii's and systems all set up. Now I was, teaching the kids how to play Wii Sports and Just Dance, which is weird because I did not play either of those games, but you know what? Cause I don't.
So, played both of those games as a child. Again, because I was 6 and up. Children love to play those games. Um, but I never realized how shitty Just Dance was
Oh,
until I turned it on maybe like a couple months ago. Because I went to like a used video game shop, and like where you trade games and all that. And I found the original Just Dance. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on and see how it is. It's terrible.
yeah, I really distinctly remember the tracking in that game was kinda shit.
Wonder how was I so good at it as a child? How did I figure out
Maybe it's
exactly what to do?
Maybe it's scaled for children, and that's why it works so terribly when you're a near 6 foot tall high schooler.
I have never felt that, and I never will.
Yeah, that's not my fault. Not
Yeah.
my fault, not my problem.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, He-Man, I will control Castle Grayskull. Yeah.
You know, I met the voice actor for Skeletor before. I don't
Did
think I ever
you
told you that.
now? You did not. I am riveted to my seat.
Yeah. 2015, I'm gonna say.
Hmm.
Um I used to go to a lot of comic conventions um down where I live. It was in Florida because I don't actually live near this comic convention, but it was like the biggest one that I could travel to feasibly without like completely ruining myself by spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know. But I would go to that one like every year. But one of the first times I went, I met I met him. He was really nice. Couldn't afford an autograph because I was 15 at the time and I had no money for anything. I didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah.
Um,
Cons are
but
expensive.
he was really nice. Um, I also got to meet the voice actor that played Gurr and Invader Zim. He was really nice too.
Oh,
Tons of hmm?
nothing, nothing. We had a dip in our upload rate, but it's back now.
Okay. You had me worried. um, I've met tons of anime dub voice actors. Like tons. Because they show up at least somebody's gonna show up at like every
I,
convention.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, the actual pay rates are so low that autograph fees are basically the only ways they can make rent.
yeah. But a lot of them are really nice.
So I've heard.
I got to meet one of the favorite ones I met, Todd Habercorn.
Mhm,
He's a
mhm.
really nice man. Um I managed to get an autograph that time. Um I had to have it somewhere in one of my closets saved with all my like special knickknacks and all that I don't want to like get lost or ruined. Um but cons are fun as long as you make sure that you have enough money to properly enjoy it. Do not wear anything that's improper for whatever weather it's going to be, whether that is it's too hot outside or too cold outside. And try not to have claustrophobia because there are going to be lots of people there.
Yeah. Do you have claustrophobia? Well, don't. Just stop.
That or wait until everybody's like get there. If you want to go to buy merch like before it gets bought out, get one of the VIP tickets so you get in like an hour earlier, buy what you need and then get out. Or if you don't care that much, go on the last day. In like the last 5 hours, hardly anybody will still be there. But the celebrities will, and so will at least part of the merchandise. So, it all depends. Also, if anybody makes you uncomfortable, you walk away really fast and try to avoid them for the rest of the day. I
Hooray.
wish I wasn't speaking from experience on that.
Speaking of things we're not speaking from experience on, there's another episode.
Yes.
That's my segue, and I'm sticking to it.
I know, no, it was a beautiful segue. Why do we call it a Segway? And does it have anything to do with Segway as in the vehicle?
I don't know.
What was named after the other? Hmm.
I don't know. I do know the color orange was named after the fruit, not the other way around.
That I figured because, you know, we call it orange because that's English, but English was not anywhere near one of the first languages, you know. So, but the fruit, you know, they had different ways of describing colors and fruits, but
Yeah.
in English, it was probably more convenient. Like, okay, well,
You
we
know,
got
there's
this orange fruit. Let's just call the color orange.
yeah. You know, there's a surprising amount of old pre-modern languages that didn't have any word for the color blue.
Huh.
Old Japanese did not have a word for blue. Ancient Greek didn't have any word for blue as far as anyone can tell.
No, that makes sense because a lot of times I've seen. Yeah, I know a lot of people will used to call it like indigo.
If you
Um,
go back and read ancient Homeric poetry, they'll say the sky was bronze and the ocean was the color of wine, and
yeah. I
neither of
mean,
those statements are factual.
yeah, because isn't the color blue absence of color?
No, no, that's
Like Like,
Not
that's
really.
why well, when people have blue eyes, it's because they don't have any melanin in their eyes. Or the reason why the sky is blue is because there's not actually any color, it's just because we perceive it that way because we're, like, millions of miles away.
I don't think that's how it works. Like,
And,
blue
like
is a color on the visual spectrum. It's got its own wavelength.
yeah, but it's technically just a part of cyan. Like,
I'm
an in
pretty sure they didn't
between.
have words for cyan either.
Probably not. Or maybe it was magenta. I don't know. One of them is like, well, we don't actually see
Magenta!
the
Magenta
color of
is a
it.
color that doesn't occur in nature ever.
Yeah. Except for
That's
now,
that's
people
why
can
they used it
put.
as the color out of space in the movie, The Color Out of Space.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'm trying
Oh
to
no,
think
you
of this.
do.
Is it indigo? Oh, yeah. Um, I do know blue was usually called indigo, and I watched like a whole documentary on Japanese indigo and how indigo farmers make the dye, and it's like it goes all the way back into like feudal Japan times of the process, and there's only like what was it like less than I feel like it was less than 50 farms in the world even like go for this indigo industry, and that's why traditional indigo dyed fabric is really fucking expensive and why it's associated with like royalty and it's used in like fancy kimonos and stuff. It was really cool, but it's
Fascinating.
very blue. It's you search up Japanese indigo, it's blue, but technically it's indigo. So
It's
that would
blue
make
except for the parts
sense.
where it isn't. You
Yeah.
know what else isn't blue? The play button on the next episode.
Is
God,
the play
I
button.
am
Oh, it's
killing it
white.
today.
You're
Alright,
so funny.
you about ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned because for some reason the stream is giving me a little circle
The
on my side.
stream. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
looking at it on my side.
everything
Maybe I need to
everything
refresh it.
looks fine over here. That's cause for concern.
Oh, nope. Okay, it's good now.
Alright,
It's just
good to
dumb on my
know.
end. Don't mind me. Okie dokie. I'm ready when you are.
Alright, hold on, just switching the labels over. Alright. If you could please, there we go. Alright, alright, everything is good now. We're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Dun dun. Netflix. Canceling anything that doesn't get gangbusters numbers in 3 episodes. Since however long this has been.
It's the world. Oh my god.
The depth of this man's muscles. Just how much skin does he have to mold it that deeply in? Good lord.
I love how you're like, my friend has to be free of like money, power, sex, and whatever. I'm like, Dio, you're not even free of those things. You have so many illegitimate children and are confirmed to be a whore. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a reason he can't do it himself. Dio, Dio, don't say the 14 words.
Ooh,
You're on
etching them into your
television.
stand. Okay. The baby.
The baby. Okay, it's Poochie who's got to say the 14 words. It's gonna be really weird because he's not even white.
Huh?
If you don't need to know.
What?
Nana, stop.
No, I'm confused.
That's normal for you. Why are you acting like this is weird?
True. Look at the eyelashes. Ooh.
I like how absorbing the power of the baby caused him to spontaneously gain a different coat and eyeshadow.
He's girly pop now. He's basically also he got a little bit more buff, I feel. It's the power of the Dio.
Dun dun dun.
Also, I want to know if the white lines on his face that connect his beard to his hair, if that's all hair, or if he just put makeup to connect his hair and beard.
Knowing this series, I'm going to guess it's real hair. That answer makes less sense, which means it's probably correct.
Yeah. Oh, was she there? Okay. Right.
It's nice of them to let Fu
Right.
stay in the opening, even though they're not, like, around anymore.
Yeah. Foo Fighters is gonna live on forever. Okay. They didn't actually die. It was a farce.
Wow. Alright,
Oh.
actual episode, my god, I thought this day would never come. They need to label the guards, otherwise people might forget that they're guards.
The guns don't explain anything. I'm pretty sure all the guards had guns beforehand. Now these are just machine guns.
Yeah, but now they've got, like, bigger guns. Imagine if he was, though. Imagine if he was carrying baby. How would he how would he explain that?
I don't know. Died due to illness. Don't worry about it. It wasn't Jolene's fault. Jolene
You
just
know,
takes her
they got
multivitamin.
turning into tree and punching so hard you break your own hand sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It's tragically
Jolene
common.
Jolene just takes her multivitamins every day. That's why she didn't get affected by it.
Very sad, really. For only $1 a day, you can help defend the world from turning into a tree and punching people so hard your own hand explodes disease.
Make sure to take your vitamins, kids.
My name is Jolene Kojo. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
She pierced her belly button while she was in here, but where did she get the cute little star charm? Where did it come from?
She used Stone Free to pocket a pack of smokes on somebody and then bribed that same person to give it to her.
Hmm. He's like, yeah, jailbreaks have happened before, but they met in this prison.
The walls have eyes. And so do the potatoes in the kitchen. Do you think I know that off the top of my head?
Emporio is having so much anxiety. The poor baby. There she is. I fucking hate her.
It's got its brain just like out on display. You could just cram that frog right in there. Worked on the last guy.
You know, if you curl your eyelashes too much, it makes them frail and they will fall off. You're only supposed to do them like once every 2 weeks, I think. Hate the things above her eyebrows that look like circles. They're dumb. Hi, Gwess. Again.
Sure, I trust you, random note.
Complicated kanji. She wrote out how they sound just in case she forgets. It's not for all kanji, but it's like the complicated one.
Honestly, I just assume Jolene doesn't know how to write complicated kanji. Which is, understandable considering that she's not Japanese and doesn't live in Japan.
I mean, she is Japanese, but
She's
she
more Italian than Giorno. Like, come on.
yeah. Hey! I love how she just said that in English.
Mm, eh. Oh no, Jolene has amnesia. Which is really bad because, also Emporio has a terminal disease and Hermes is pregnant and we don't know who the father is and, what other.
Um, I don't know. When Asui like lost a limb, the
And
weather
prom's tomorrow.
weather report is in a coma.
Yeah. Whether he
Fucking
re-
Mew Mew. I'm sorry.
whether recovers from his coma or not is going to come down entirely to his actor's salary negotiations go.
Saw fucking Mew Mew. Fuck, I hate Mew Mew. How do you forget that? Whatever.
I'm very amused by the fact that there is canonically a JoJo character who has real, like, hair weird enough that other characters are acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Like, Jolene, normal. Jono, normal. Jojo, definitely normal.
I mean, she does look really bad. I don't like her. Also, does her sweater have like eyeballs coming out of it at the bottom? So it looks like she took like a slug and made it into a sweater.
Wow. How many times has Stone Free gotten an eye catch this series? Like, I feel
Bit.
like we're pretty familiar with it by now, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know why they do it so much. I guess they're running out of other stands to put.
Yeah, it sure would be terrible if there weren't any new stands in this episode they could do or anything.
They may do that for next episode or something. I didn't even get to hear what Hermes said. I wasn't paying attention. There's something though. Oh, it's
Falling
probably
out for the
about food.
homies.
Pour out the water for FF.
It's the lunch lady. The lunch lady's my favorite character.
Yeah. acting like a sim that you cancel the actions for. It's terrible.
No, you strike me as the sort of cruel god who would have deliberately treated their Sims like trash.
Huh?
Did you ever pull a ladder away from Sim while they were in the pool, or...
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, you seem the type.
Oh, I do much worse than that. In The Sims 3, if you find the unicorns have a setting called Ignite. What I would do is I would put Sims inside a fenced area, let the unicorn in, and then made it to where only the unicorn can go inside and outside of the gate. Then the unicorn would do its Ignite function and light everyone on fire. And then the unicorn would leave and watch and panic as everyone else is aflame. That's always really fun. There's a lot of other things that I do in The Sims that could be considered war crimes, but I'm gonna save that for letting people watch me
How
stream it.
are they supposed to eat a hot dog without mustard? That's just that I'm pretty sure that qualifies as cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, her ass says delicious. I hate that.
Look, it's from a Rocky's perspective, it's still 2002. That's just what fashion looked like back then.
Honestly, you're so right. The skirts and shorts would say things like that on like the ass all the time. Ugh. Dures Shingu. Technically, at least that wouldn't kill her.
I mean, bugs are famously quite nutritionally dense.
Yeah, but then you also have like shoe germ. Stand. It pisses me off. I do like how they animated it and made everything look really fucking fuzzy, though. Thinking about how their lunch was a hot dog with pasta.
Would you like to tell us what this is? Jolene? Jolene?
What do you mean? She said the only thing she needs to remember is she can remember three things and she needs to see Emporio.
Yeah, okay, they didn't subtitle that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's real annoying.
Huh. Yeah, they were like the first one was you can remember three things. The second is you
Like,
need
I
to see
knew that bit. They
Emporio.
subtitled that one, but they
And
didn't subtitle what she wrote with Stone Frey.
oh, it just says I need to go see Emporio.
So I've heard.
Also, it wrote Emporio out. Um, but you can't read katakana, so is a computer. All right.
Certainly is. Alright, it looks like there is once again no post-credit scene on this one.
Gotcha.
Or
Ugh,
nothing.
nothing.
Not
Nothing at
a
all.
thing.
Hmm. Sad. So I hate Mew Mew. I hate everything she stands for, and I would want to fight her. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, I'm surprised you feel that way. I don't think there's enough, like, to her as a character that, like, I can understand where you're coming from here. Like, fucking, Dio Brando, Dio Brando's a piece of shit. We see him do bad stuff all the time. Like, I don't know, Diavolo, yeah, murders his own children. Sure, why not? Even, like, I can't remember the guy's name, but you already know who I'm talking about. The one guy from part 3 with the stand that turned people into kids. Like, I understand why you would not like that guy. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did Mushia have more than, like, 10 minutes of screen time in the entire episode?
No, but I know that I'm pretty sure we'll see more of her in the next episode. But I don't like her because she's purposely bullying Jolene, even when her only task is to just keep her there, but is just using that to taunt her, and Jolene can't really do anything about that. Um, I mean, she literally called Jolene crippled, which is not nice. Um, she dresses really fucking ugly. I'm going to be honest. Like, I love JoJo fashion, but her outfit's awful. C, she's a cop. D, she's evil. She sided with Poochie. Okay. And E, her stand is fucking annoying. Like, oh, you can only remember three things. Like, it's. I know it's like a simple concept, but it's very overpowered to the point where, like, a lot of stand battles, I think, oh, well, this is how the protagonist could fight them and eventually get out. And there's usually like a couple different ways that it could happen, even besides the one that happens in the series. But with Mew Mew, I a lot of people, if it wasn't Jolene, I don't know how many other people could defeat her. It's very I can't think of a way to get around that. You know? I mean, when I first heard about like the stand battle in general, I didn't know how Jolene was ever going to get around it. You know?
Well, I mean, evidently she's going to. There's an entire part after this.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, something about losing your memory really like freaks me out in particular, especially you know, if you've had people in your life that, do completely lose their memory and have where they can only remember three things. It's basically like a dementia stand. And I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way, and she's just cruel to the people that makes like that with her stand. And that makes me like really mad at her in particular. Does that make any sense?
Not in the slightest. Do you want to get to the next episode?
Yes.
Alright, well, save my thoughts for when we've actually finished the fight. I will be hitting play in 5, 4, 3. In just a minute, I need to switch our title card over. Alright, end of part 2 of part 6. Part 12 of part 2 of part 6 will be beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Um,
That sure is the sound this corporate logo makes.
I wonder who came up with the noise that it was gonna make.
Those coordinates are correct, by the way. You could pause the episode right now and go look them up if you wanted to.
What'd you say? I zoned out.
I just said those coordinates are correct. You could like just pause the episode and go look them up on Google Maps if you want to go spoil yourself.
Oh, interesting. Well, Rocky always tries his best with things like that. So,
Now the rate of gravity, that he'll just fuck up with absolutely no research. This is how all of my relatives watch television.
like, uh, Boingo's art style. I wonder if he made this.
I mean, he did swear that he'd go get his life together. Miu wiped all, like, the instructions off of Jolene's body as a way to stop, but all it seems to do is actually focused her.
Yeah.
I mean, if one of your notes is you can only remember 3 things, why would you put more than 3 notes on your own body, Jolene?
See, I like that note. If anybody stares at you while you stare at your hand, just punch them. Doesn't matter if it was right or wrong. Just punch the shit out of them. It'll probably
It's
be
just
right.
just the Okuyasu method of enemy stand detection. Not even the first time
Mm.
Jolene's used it.
And that's why it's the best method. I think that this may be the last time we get to watch this opening.
Sounds appropriate. It's the last part of the part. Not the last part of the part, but, the last part of this part of the part. There's another part after this part that's part of the same part, you know?
I know what you're talking about, but you're making it sound so much worse.
Yes, that is the joke. Thank you all for playing.
Like they added the credits in this one that wasn't there before, like all the words, or maybe I don't know. Yeah, no, the credits part is new. Oh,
It's
she's
nice that this
running.
prison has literally no dress code, and you can just wear your coat billowing up behind you like a member of the Marines, and nobody will say anything. That
Fashion
way they
comes
can
first.
tell who the protagonists are. You come to think of it, I don't know if I've ever seen a prison that had a coat as part of its dress code to begin with.
Yeah. I've never been to prison, so I don't know what the dress code is.
The one being chased is me.
God.
She vanished. Nana, do you think Green Dolphin Street Prison is haunted?
Honestly, maybe. It's in Florida. I'm pretty sure Florida in its entirety is haunted. Okay, I love that. She can unravel her entire body to go around people.
I mean, Jolie knows a thing or two about rejecting men, that's all I'm saying. You haven't changed that much for her.
Time can we get electrocuted before it starts causing anything really bad to happen? Comedic.
Comedy.
Blue Emporio.
He was in the walls. He was in the goddamn walls! Emporio was always in your walls. He knows what you do.
Mista knew it all along.
Wink.
Mista warned us about the number 4. 4 is bad.
I mean, you only shot the monitor. It's not like that deleted the data on the actual computer.
Exactly what I was
All
thinking.
I gotta do is plug it in somewhere else. Alright,
Where
how much ammo did you have in that magazine?
apparently a lot. Code at her work must not be very strict. Rio will be okay. Don't worry.
I like that Dub Jolene just called Green Dolphin a shit bucket. That's very fun.
That's what it is. Beat the shit out of her, Jolene. See, there it
It was
is.
at that moment that Misha knew she fucked up.
It's okay, Emporio. Just take a nap. It's okay. You've done so much already.
I mean, you electrocuted yourself a whole bunch of times, and then
Got fucking shot. Just rest there for a little bit.
you've accomplished so much.
Hey, I should say he's gone through a lot. He can just rest. I'm pretty sure the computer could technically work without the monitor. You could probably guess where the print button is. I don't know what she sounded like in the dub, but that scream of pain from Mew Mew was that was a really good scream of pain.
It's interesting that she's like when she's getting her gas kicked, she's like, "Oh my god, Stone Free is so strong," because like in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. That
It's
was the
just
thing
she's
they established at
really
the
fucking weak.
beginning, right?
I
Whoop,
it's
whoop, whoop,
not
whoop.
like I mean, it's probably however strong as Jolene is, because it can punch the shit out of you. You know, just like how Jolene could. But Jolene doesn't have to have brute force. I mean, she has a string, and if I know anything about string, you can kill someone with just a string.
Yeah, and then you could lock the door behind you afterwards.
Yup.
If you did strangle someone with a string, I'm not sure what it would accomplish, but you could.
I'm convinced that if Jolene wanted to, she could carry out a locked room murder and never get convicted because the string is her. The only way anyone would figure out she did it is if they were also a stand user.
Unfortunate plot twist, Jolene coincidentally picks up on the only judge in the entire country who is a stand user.
Coming out of the walls. If I was if I was a police officer, I would be very confused. And that's just an if. I would never.
So yes, Jolene does speak binary. That is canonically what we're meant to be taking away from all this.
Green.
There were not enough numbers on that page to represent that image.
No. If everything is a 1 and a 0, there is never a 2 or a 3. So, therefore, Jolene is fixed. Stand in the background.
They just turned her face like two-dimensional. The woman is dead. That woman is actually all the way dead. You cannot
Yeah.
survive missing that much of your brain.
Good. That's good for 11-year-olds. They don't need to stay in jail their whole life. Oh, now everyone that works here is dumb. She put the dum dum juice on them, I guess.
Big ol' shots of dumb bitch juice.
Honestly, though, I'm going to be honest. Unrealistic. If if they were all there with their guns, they would not care if who they were going to shoot. Their one thought would be, "Oh shit, I got my gun out and we're going to shoot somebody, therefore they're going to shoot." Unrealistic police officers. Thank you, good night. He's just fucking dragging her. Can we take Emporio to a hospital?
Oh hey, Amaz, I forgot you were a character in this anime.
I never forgot. I missed her.
I mean, my individual character arc is basically finished at this point. I have nothing better to do.
I mean, yeah, I mean, why would she wouldn't want to stay in that prison. So yeah, sure, let's break out and go to wherever that is, Florida.
We can't say Disney World. The copyright would get in the way.
Lucky L.
Meanwhile, at the Lucky Land supermarket,
Poochie has a panic attack outside his local Publix.
the one time he's been relatable all anime.
You know he's
Who
outside
buys
it.
a carton with only 6 eggs?
People that don't
My
eat a whole lot of eggs. I I don't eat a whole lot of eggs. Also, if it wasn't Lucky Land, it would 100% be a Publix because that is a Florida chain grocery store. Oh no, her fake nails grew out. That was ugly to look at.
man, an
Also,
entire batch of fertilized eggs. What are the odds?
yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that would happen because the eggs are usually not fertilized when you put them in the egg carton. That's why, as a kid, you get disappointed when you try to nurture an egg and nothing happens because there isn't a baby inside. I thought all eggs had babies inside of it, like little chickens. Um, and frankly, I was disappointed when. I'm sorry, I was looking at his star. Where are we putting it? Yes, that boys. That's
Where are we dropping, boys?
Cape Canaveral. Oh my god, the Kennedy Space. I don't know if I've ever been to Cape Canaveral before. I've been near it, but I don't think I ever went into the town. It's just more Florida.
Here we have it. We have a time, we have a place, we have a final battle, and we have one more batch of 12 episodes
Is it
remaining
12
in.
still?
Is it 12? I didn't actually check before we
Four.
started the
Let me
video.
see. 2, 4,
It's
6.
14. That's
Yeah,
almost 12.
I thought the last part had extra was the longest. So yeah,
Yeah,
14.
you gotta be special just because you're the youngest child or you're used to getting spoiled. I see how it is.
Who
Well,
is this?
shit.
Who is this? Like a post for? Who are you subtexting? I am not the youngest child, and I know you aren't. Who are you talking about?
The anime.
The anime. Okay.
Yes, Nana. We aren't all like you. Sometimes we follow logically from the sometimes we stay on a single subject.
That's just no fun. If that's no fun, that's boring.
Yes, I know. I've never had fun a day in my life. I don't know if you've noticed.
No, I've noticed. You poor thing. You poor, poor, poor man. So,
So,
now that we finished the second batch, what are you looking forward to seeing in the third batch?
well, depending on like how open to discussing spoilers we are. I mean, if we're being completely 110% honest with ourselves, I am more than anything else, looking forward to seeing how they handle the episode. I believe, like, immediately after this with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm, yeah.
Because, you know, where the fuck is Mickey? If this shit ain't, if this shit ain't Mickey, then it ain't Disney, and the line.
Yeah.
A nursery being a
I
Disney adult explains so much.
Yes. I don't feel like he's a full Disney adult because I know I'm not. But it's something about theme parks. Something about theme parks. It just I could say, capitalism's awful, but then I get like a ticket to go to theme park. I'm like, oh, hee hee, bunches of rides. Yeah, I want to buy merchandise and all the food here. Yes, please. Something about theme parks. It it tickles the brain cells and it makes you happy. I don't know. I don't know. It feels otherworldly when you step into a Disney world. And that's
I
exactly what they want to happen. I know they have, like, engineers that, like, study psychology and shit that do that exactly. Because I wanted to apply to work there at one point in my life. And they do different things like, oh, yeah, they put out good scents that trigger like endorphins in your brain of like happiness and want you to make you hungry and want to buy the food. And they also have this certain shade of green that when compared to other colors your brain ignores it, so they use that to hide the back doors and employee only areas. It's really interesting, to be honest. um but let's just say it works. It works on me. I have monkey brain and it works to fool me. I like theme parks.
You know, I had a drama teacher when I was in college who used to work at Disneyland. Or Disney World, one of the two, I wasn't paying attention. Honestly, I'm not sure I could tell you the difference. Anyway, where I'm going with
uh
this is
world world
that sentence did not contain a question.
Well, I was going to explain. World is in Florida, land is in California. That's the only
Neat.
difference.
Anyway,
That's it.
the bit I was like most the bit I remember the most from the story she used to tell is that Disneyland is a 1984-esque surveillance nightmare. Literally everywhere within the grounds of that park you could possibly go are high-definition cameras with full audio that you just cannot see. It's so high def, they may as well just be sitting right there in the room with you.
Yeah.
The mouse always knows where you are.
Yeah. And that's how they always know whoever throws their ashes by the Haunted Mansion ride. Does it stop them? No. They're still going to put the ashes near the Haunted Mansion ride. And yet, but it doesn't ever stop anything, even though they can watch you at any time. It doesn't stop kids from falling in the lake near the Tom Sawyer ride and getting bitten by alligators, or um, people having interesting times in the bathrooms near the Magic Kingdom. Like it don't stop nothing. They don't do much. They just kind of watching you. I mean,
Why do
it's
I get the
weird,
feeling you're
but
speaking from experience?
okay, I may have pushed the kid in to the Tom Sawyer ride, but you have no evidence. Okay?
I mean, we are currently streaming to, depending on who you listen to, somewhere between 2 and like 7 people.
I'm kidding. I would never push a random child into the lake.
But you would purposefully push a child into the lake. Is that how I meant to interpret that word choice?
Um, depends on the child, and it depends on what lake, and if anyone is nearby. I would push a kid like Eric Cartman into the lake to get eaten by an
Would you push the
alligator.
green baby into a lake?
No,
Would you Anasui or would you Jolene?
I would Jolene. I would not do that to the green baby. However, if I see anybody that acts remotely similar to Stewie Griffin or Eric Cartman, I hate both of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm pushing them in the lake. I don't care if they're children. No, they're awful. Into the lake. Alligator food. When I was younger, I wanted to be Ashes and put by the Haunted Mansion ride. I thought it would be fun.
I mean, I still want to be Ashes. I can't say I have that many strong opinions about Disney theme parks.
Oh, I just wanted to be put somewhere interesting. Near a haunted ride? Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Um, for all I care, somebody could put me up in like a smoothie, like a Nesquik, and drink it. I don't care. Or you could dump me out from an airplane and let it scatter down on the earth over like Chicago. That'd be fine too. I don't care. Just somewhere interesting.
Do you think human remains lose nutritional value after you, like, burn them and grind them up
Yeah,
into
and
the
they
ashes?
I mean, they say that other meat does.
Yeah, but other meat will give you
Although,
salmonella, so, like, it's difficult to appreciate the difference.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I know it would taste different, but I don't know. I don't know how much nutrition humans would have in general. They don't. And even then, I
It
guess it would depend on the human.
Yeah, like, they always say you should eat the rich, but, like, I always thought they were a bit too high in fat. It's
Mm,
probably not good for ya.
yeah. Well, some of them are. Other ones are filled with cocaine or methamphetamines.
Specifically the, like, high-quality powder cocaine, none of that crack stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, 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 no. You know, when maybe it was like it was a while back. I asked my dear mother what the difference between cocaine and crack was because I didn't think there was a difference. And there is. And she was telling me, "Oh yeah, so crack wasn't like a big thing until like the 90s," and was like explaining all this cuz we have a crack problem in this town. Uh as you do. Um
Like you do. Like you do.
like you do. Um Very interesting. Not fully the same thing. Cocaine, pure from the freaking plant. It's handmade, beautiful. Like it's high quality. Crack, somebody probably put gasoline in it at this point. Um, you know, but hey, whatever floats your boat. But that also doesn't like take somebody else's boat and float that. You are not allowed to commit crimes under the influence. I do not permit that. That's not good.
Yes, wait, this is an official on the record statement. We here at meetstimbadoy.twitch.tv do in fact frown upon the commission of crimes. If only for my sake, really.
Yes, most of the crimes.
So Nana,
Yes.
last time we streamed this, you asked me about my favorite stand fight in part 6 up to this point, but I don't believe we turned that around back on you. What's your favorite stand fight from parts 1 and 2 of part 6 of 9 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Nana?
Mm, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. No, I think I did talk about it. It was Debt Collector Marilyn Manson.
Right, yeah, that sounds like you.
I like the baseball episode. It's
Oh,
fun.
that's a baseball.
Oh, that's a baseball. It makes me very happy. And I would have to say my least favorite stand battle is Dragon's Dream. I fucking hate Kenzo. I don't like him.
You don't appreciate his unique opinions on longevity on like youthfulness therapy.
Nah, I'm not going. There's no reason to drink human piss. It's not. It doesn't seem right.
Nana versus Bear Grylls, the match of the century.
Bear doesn't even make his TV show anymore.
I don't know. He hasn't been returning my calls. Wow, Nana, I can't believe you just redeemed a hydrate redeem. How could you?
Water and water and water.
Alright, let's unfuck our spines before we leave this off for the night.
I don't know about you, but I wasn't shrimping too hard.
I actually wasn't doing that terribly either. I just always, like in the shoulders and so on, gonna feel like this. Okay. Sensation has been returned to my fingertips.
Lord. Are you okay, old man?
Never.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, well, at least I have shoulders. You are literally just a head.
Just for today, I have shoulders. I can make shoulders. I'm really good at synthesizing my own body. Let me tell you.
Like, could you synthesize like anything? Could you synthesize yourself into an assault rifle or a Turing complete
So
computer? Like, do you work on Venom rules or Carnage rules? T1000 rules or TX rules?
I probably could turn into an assault rifle if I knew how one worked.
Well, I guess there goes that plan.
I just kind of mimicked the human body from what I knew and how they worked and what they're shaped like, and that worked. But I could probably make myself look like what I think an assault rifle looks like, but I can guarantee it will not work because I do not know any of the inner mechanisms, therefore nothing would ever fire.
And
But
that's the lore.
But with melee weapons, I could just turn into a hammer. Hammers look like hammers. Hammer, do the thing. You could use me to hit things. I know that would work.
Neat.
It is. Although, I don't know how much damage a hammer made out of slime would work.
Yeah, that seems like the sort of thing you could get past Nickelodeon, like, television safety standards, so probably not
Yeah.
gonna go bash anybody's branular regions in.
No. But I could probably go into their ear and, like, wiggle myself into their brain.
Like how Ant-Man defeats Thanos in Endgame.
I
That was a
never
joke,
watched that
thank
movie.
you all for coming.
I never watched the movie. I just remember the meme.
They,
Is
they, 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 they figured it out eventually, chat, don't worry.
the memes of it wasn't that they crawled into his head. It was like they crawled up Thanos'. It was really funny.
I think we're kind of losing the plot here.
Okay,
Do
I
you
do
have
want. I
Okay,
want to.
shoot.
I want to talk about part 9. Part 9. Part 9. Part 9. Part 9.
Part 9. Part
Okay.
9, at the risk of dating the VOD, at time of recording, has only had its first chapter. released. That is where we sit right now.
I love Jojo a lot. I appreciate his personality and his art, like his design. Um, a very cool character. I hope to see many more great things from him. I appreciate his existence. What do you think, Mitsura?
I think it's very interesting that we have a JoJo who deals drugs to children, because I don't think Jorno would appreciate that at all.
No, he's the antithesis to Jorno. I had to try very hard not to call it the antithesis, which I know is not how you say that. I think.
You think correctly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but now part 9 is starting out very interestingly.
Scoob!
Okay, yeah.
Jinkies!
We've got
Jeepers!
Jodio, who we've already established, we both enjoy. I enjoy him for, like, most of the reasons you just said.
Yes.
He's got a very unconventional stand for a protagonist, like, it's like a tripod walker.
Really cool.
Thing's less humanoid than, any active tusk.
Yeah. I think it's kind of good to move away from the humanoid looking stands for the main characters. It's interesting, you know?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm still not 110% clear how November Rain works or what it does.
I mean, we've only seen it like
Yeah.
what
It
once?
rain yeah, he's only used it once on those 2 cups. Yeah, he
Mhm.
rains on people and then they die. How do they die? How will other sands defend against it? We do not yet know. But
But
anyway,
it's
I
gonna be interesting.
sure will. Anyway, I'm very excited to be seeing just a JoJo heist episode. That's the thing I'm here for right now.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Going out to nab a diamond from a Japanese tourist.
Mm, crime.
Do we So, like, everybody over on the JoJo subreddit is, like, arguing, like, who would think the owner of the diamond is going to be. Like, do we think just because they're Japanese, it's definitely going to be, like, Josuke 2 or a Higashikata or something? Or are we keeping on opposite ends?
Hmm. I don't think it's gonna be Josuke again, but it may be insert other family member here.
It's gonna be Jobin. I'm calling it now, it's gonna be Jobin. I don't think. Jobin was the guy who died, wasn't it? Damn it, I meant Josh. The one everyone hates, like,
Joshu, yeah,
yeah.
fuck him and his stupid hair. I'm sorry.
Even though you weren't talking about him somewhere in Morio, Josuke just feels little prickles going up and down his spine, and he's not entirely sure why.
Look, I like Josuke's hair. Josuke is very pretty, and I honestly wanted to have a pompadour at one point. He inspired me. But that is a very unsustainable hairstyle, I'm going to be honest.
I don't know why someone would lie about something like that.
Right. But they
Uh,
could.
th- I mean, yeah, they could. They certainly could.
So,
We
mm,
cannot stop them.
um, let's see, what else about part 9?
Uh,
Uh,
I'm surprised you have gone this far without ranting about Dragona.
I was actually going to
I
now.
figured.
Dracona, she I them perfect, perfect character. I love them. I don't actually know what pronouns they're gonna go by because
I
the
mean, nobody
official
does that. That's barely a
yeah.
thing in Japanese to begin with.
Yeah, the official translation not hasn't come out. And yeah, and Japanese doesn't have pronouns
I
like
mean,
in
it
English
has
does.
pronouns, but it does not have, like,
Gender pronouns like
first
English.
person explicitly gendered pronouns.
Yes.
Implicitly
Um,
gendered, sure, but fuck this series, that could mean anything.
yeah. They did say that Jodio called Dragona
Jodio calls Dragona, like,
brother.
bro, like, Aniki, and,
Yeah,
that family of words.
but even then, that doesn't fully mean
I mean,
anything
I've
100%.
been spending this entire watch along calling Hermes Aniki, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't, mean a whole lot because, you know, I asked one of my Japanese friends, well, being, when you're non binary, what do you do? And it's like, well, you just kind of use whatever you'd like. So, it be that way,
It
so,
really
but
do be that way.
they're queer and they are wonderful and I love their design and they're beautiful and I appreciate them very, very, very much. So much. And I am excited to see where everything goes.
So, I don't have a lot to say about our third Jobro, or I guess our second Jobro, our third main character, Lovelantes, but his stand is called the Hustle, which A is very funny, but B,
Hustle.
let me show you my people's native dance. Do the
Hustle.
hustle, Anyway, his stand
I
ability is literally to just, like, flex his muscles in a really specific way that, like, lets him hold things without using his hands. And that's a really niche ability, and I wonder how far ahead Araki has thought of ways to use it.
honestly, we may never know.
Like, it's an interesting sounding ability, but I'm kind of afraid he's gonna wind up getting, like, reverse Fugoed, and, like, Araki's gonna have to write him out of the story because he can't come up with any way to actually use him. That's a thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Right now, I'm looking at the wiki pages on the fan wiki. I didn't know that Jodio was 15. He
No, yeah,
baby.
no, they explicitly say that, like, in the chapter.
See, I haven't fully read it. I listened to whatever you told me. Because I just haven't had time. But he's so baby. That also like helps in my theory that he's just this universe's Giorno. It makes a lot of sense to me.
I like how the entire of the post part 6 JoJo is just Araki going, okay, what if we did the series again, but this time all of the Joestars were, like, super fucked up? Like, just real nasty boys. I don't know, it's fun.
It is. I'm reading through some stuff right now on the wiki.
Okay, are you're using the Jojo wiki, right? Not the fandom wiki.
I
Because as
don't
we all
know.
know, fandom is a terrible platform which does not deserve to continue to exist.
Oh no, yeah, it is, but I do not know where I'm at, to be honest. I kind of
Yeah,
just
that
clicked the
sounds like
first.
you.
I clicked the first link. Yep, that does sound a lot like me. What was the name of that other character? The
Which one?
the third character, the one with the
Uh,
hustle.
Love Lantes. Lovelantes. S is how they did it in the simulation. God only knows whether he's, Hispanic or Portuguese or what have you. So it
Yeah.
could be either spelling. Like in canon.
To Paco Laburantes. Great, good to know. He I like his makeup. He looks like a clown.
But he's not a clown. He's the entire circus.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to be the entire circus. And I wish my stand was named The Hustle. Somebody beat me to it.
What is your stand name, Jenna?
See, I haven't obtained one yet, so I haven't named it. I know. I'm sorry.
Disappointing.
I know. Um,
Um,
looking at more stuff. About part 9. Where do you think part nine's gonna go? Like, do you think we're even still gonna be on the heist plot line by the end of it?
um, I mean, I want to say that's going to happen because I freaking love heist stories. Like, realistically speaking, there's no way Araki's going to be able to focus on it for that long.
Yeah.
They're gonna find out that, like, I don't know. I have no idea. That's kind of the point of the series.
Yeah.
I only know it's not going to start where it ended, or end where it started. Either
That
of
is,
the two.
yep, that's very true. I'm excited though.
Like, were there any JoJo parts that, like, sort of kept a single through line the whole time? I mean, I guess technically Giorno, like, was plotting to overthrow the boss, and then at the end of the part, he did, but, like,
Um,
even then, the path on the way there did, shift quite a bit under their feet. Because, like,
yeah.
part one started out as a, like, Dickensian, feud between two brothers and ended with fucking Dio Brando. Part two didn't
Oh,
introduce
it
the
didn't
Pillar Men until a
to
few
say
ways
it.
in.
It did not end with fucking Dio Brando. I did not. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I mean, he must have done it at some point. I mean, considering.
Yeah, but that was later.
Yeah. Part two didn't feature the Pillar Men until a good few chapters in. Part three, I mean, part three, I guess you could argue, like, we gotta defeat Dio, then we defeated Dio, though they were traveling the whole time anyway.
Yeah,
Part
it.
Part 3 is really the least bizarre part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think that's why it caught on, like,
Yeah.
outside Japan the hardest, but also kinda why I don't really have all that much to say about it.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I could talk about, Polnareff or Kakyoin or Old Joseph as characters, but, like, as a part, it's just kinda there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's got good stand battles. It's got
It's got good monsters of the
fun.
week, but, like, as a
Yeah.
part of, like, themes and points and shit, it's easily got the least going on.
I'm sorry. For some reason, the audio like clipped when you said part and like sped up. I think it's fully on my end. But when you said the word part, it's it sounded like you made a fart noise. I'm sorry.
Chat, you see the sort of shit I have to deal with? This is what they're like all the time. Like, we talk off stream.
And yet you're still friends with me.
God only knows why.
Is you my friend and you care about me. See what Mitsuda doesn't want.
Now you're dying on me.
No, no.
I know.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, well, you're lucky because I said that you're you're secretly really nice, but maybe no one heard.
No one heard, and if they did, they wouldn't believed it.
Yeah, that's true. No one would believe me. But that's
As
okay.
well, they shouldn't.
But that's okay. I believe it and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
bullshit. But I
isn't
believe it.
isn't that what belief systems are anyway? If you're happy that you believe it, that's fine, but you don't have to make anyone else believe it because it's your beliefs. But that's the religion topic for another day. All right.
Yeah, we're not gonna, like, actually physically go to heaven until next part, so,
Oh yeah, no, we
save it
don't
for
get
then.
we don't talk about the going to heaven part yet. That's a bit later. Uh,
So, Nana, unless you have anything to declare, then
um, I
next
did.
week, same time. Hmm?
I did want to talk about the video game, Eyes
The
of
video
Heaven.
game. Okay, yeah, Eyes of Heaven. Okay, that's an interesting story, no doubt. I'm familiar with it.
I want to play it at some point because I have not played it before. I don't know the full storyline, but from what I do know is that the whole thing of going to heaven in part 6 comes back into Eyes of Heaven, and I think it would be really interesting to talk about. Do you know more? I'm pretty sure you know more about it than I do.
I've seen. Okay, I watched Vinesauce Joel do his playthrough of it, so that's how I
Hmm.
know the storyline. I've not
Gotcha.
played it myself either, but
I'm just a wee little lad that doesn't own a PlayStation, so I can't play the
please,
game.
please, sir, I want some more video games, governor.
You know what? What did it come out on?
What
PS3?
is
PS4?
maybe?
I was gonna make a joke about somebody should give me a PS5, but if it's like a PS3, the backwards compatibility wouldn't work for that. So I don't know.
Alright, Eyes of Heaven came out on it did come out on PlayStation 3, but it was Japan only. It's a PlayStation 4 game,
Okay, so
primarily.
it would backwards compatibility on a PlayStation 5. Okay. All right. Um Specifically, I want Darman to give me a PlayStation 5. They're in every single one of his videos. I have played Darman Bingo um before on one of these Twitch channels that loves to just watch them and like laugh at them. Yeah, I know you could afford PS5s. And maybe not now, considering all of your workers are going on strike because you're not paying them well enough. But I demand a PS5. If you ever watch this, I know who you are, and I know what you do. I know what your car looks like. You show it in every video. I know that you've committed crimes. There's a ton of articles about it. Give me the PS5, darn it.
I'm gonna sit here and pretend I know what in God's name you're going on about. For legal
You
purposes,
don't.
Nana's words are entirely their own, and if we get sued for
Ah,
libel,
come
I'm
on.
not paying for your defense.
No, it's all alleged and it's all a joke. I know, but you don't know who Darman is. You
Nope.
Oh boy. Well, that gives me a topic to talk to you about after the stream.
Yeah, after the stream, which I think maybe should be happening pretty soon, we have very obviously run out of JoJo themed topics to talk about, and also keeping mics and the Discord and my stream and the browser open is kind of making my computer start to smell funny.
Oh, doing the noise, and you can hear the
Yeah.
fan humming.
Yeah, one of the fans on this rig physically broke,
Oh my
like
god.
less than a month into stream, and I have not gotten around to replacing it this whole time, so
Me too.
yeah, I'm a lazy bitch, you know this about me.
I know that. Don't make me buy one for you. I already don't have any money, but I'll do it.
No, you won't.
You think I won't?
I know you won't, because I will physically intervene to stop you.
You can't do that.
Don't test me. I will fold you in half the lawn chair.
that that doesn't sound I'm sorry. Ah, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You better be. Anyway, that was stream. Thank you all for coming in tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, even though they didn't say anything, very
Even though
nice.
I've had like stream chat view open. There's people here. They're just being quiet, which totally respectable.
Fine. We both love you guys very much. And
Okay,
we
don't
appreciate
put
you very
don't
much.
put words in my mouth.
Okay, well, I love and appreciate Mitsuda's chat.
Eh,
I love you guys and I appreciate you guys.
eh. All right.
He's
Until
just
next
too
time,
much of a
I've been
baby to
Mitsuda
admit it.
Midori. They have been Cosmic Nana. They
Hello.
have been Cosmic Nana. They have been. Did I forget to turn on bot?
Oop.
If that happened, I'm going to physically take my frustrations out on another human being.
It's a good thing I'm not a human, huh?
No, it's definitely turned on. Why are you not being?
It's okay. The bot just thinks I don't exist. Maybe I'm
Eh,
just a figment of your imagination this whole time.
fine, I'll do it myself. Everyone go follow Nana. I
Aw,
added
thank
I
you.
added them the title. You should be able to click that link. You don't even need to leave stream. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, it me. I
It's them.
I want to start streaming soon. I am No. No. I am going to start streaming soon because
Yeah.
if I keep chickening out, I'm never going to get anywhere. I just have
Yeah.
I just
Right.
have a little bit more to set up. I got my Live 2D model and I got to make sure everything's working properly. Um fix some stuff with alerts and I want to make my Discord decent enough where people can go in it and like not have the access to like completely destroy it, on accident. So I do not know what I will stream, when I will stream, or for how long, but I'm going to do it soon. And Mitsuda is going to hold me accountable for this. I've already talked to him about it, and I know that he will probably lock me in a jar, put me in the freezer, and let me stay in there for a month if I don't do it.
Yeah, I'll slap a, like, label for a container of green apple jam. And
I
if
mean,
someone makes a mistake, that's just the risk you took by not taking care of yourself.
yeah, I'm pretty he's already threatened to make me into a popsicle before. And he has stuck me in his work fridge before. It was cold and dark.
Look, I didn't know if we were gonna be able to disarm the bomb in time. Yeah, one of us had to make it out of there so you could write the follow-up story.
I told you to let me handle it because I was going to eat the bomb. And if I eat it, therefore, I could, like, lessen the impact.
That is
Yeah, there would
not
be.
how any of that works, Nana.
Yeah, it'd be
You are thin
fine.
and watery.
I know, but, like, everyone could probably get out with only third-degree burns. Nobody would die. That would've been fine.
I don't think it would have been all that fine. Anyway, we're gonna go talk to our couples counselor about all this. You all take care of yourselves.
Have a counselor? Oops, maybe I haven't been going enough.
Yeah, that's probably the issue. Anyway, say goodnight, Nana.
Good night, Nana.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Farewell. Good night.